India take up their starting position ahead of what will be another manic dash towards the finish line. A finish line beyond which lies pastures substantially greener, substantially more fertile, substantially more lucrative. They really do want to get off to a flyer here. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride. He rises!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's in a good position here. Now it's Messi. Messi! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery and athleticism to beat people, and a spring in his step, always a spring.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Moved on forwards. Now it's Dani Olmo. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Passes short and sharp.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
And we have our very first corner. Terrific header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
India have their second corner now. Adams clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Perez. Szoboszlai, shot a goal! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Now the finish! Goal! Germany! And Germany are in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that...
Chance to finish. And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Odo. And it's played forward. Szoboszlai going full steam ahead down the left flank.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. David Villa.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And we're not going to make any further progress now. Dani Olmo. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Hernandez. Rice.
Look, movement creates more options. And
up he goes! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial.
The goal scorer, number 21.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Oh, shooting chance! Dani Olmo, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Guardiola. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Cavani. David Villa. Look at the space here. India needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
The attendance for this match was 70,000.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that.
Great hit! He has done it! And the comeback is complete!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
India go into the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Germany have got it back and they'll have another go.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substitution on the field. Number 15, Pep Guardiola. Coming on to replace him is number 3, Belletti.
Otto. Interesting ball. Oh, that was vital. Perez. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Dani Olmo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Couldn't squeeze it through. India still have the cards to affect this game.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Bellingham. Number 7, Rice. Coming on the field, number
That's
13,
really well manoeuvred.
Vanes.
India
6,
have now
Adams.
used up all but one of their substitution windows. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Perez.
Germany really might just end up kicking themselves after that.
Substitution on the
That could
field.
well have been it.
Number 11, Dani Olmo. Number 21, Cristiano Ronaldo. Coming on the field, number 18, Del Piero. Number 9, Baggio.
Germany choosing to make the first change. He's looking wide. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get it through? Oh, great ball! Tries a shot! He scored! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Indicated.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Oh, the ball's gone astray. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Great position here. That's good defending, very good defending.
Oh, that's great. That's great concentration.
And that is as far as it goes. India have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. The action has already started. Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. In with the challenge. Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Totti. Well, there was a time when broken metatarsals became an integral part of the story surrounding England's bid to... He'll try from distance. Makaleli. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Neymar. Roberto Baggio. Ah, that's a fine interception. Rummenigge. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! The breakthrough strike!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence.
Nicely aimed pass. Cafu. And no, he's seen through all of that. Neymar. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Baggio. Hits one!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Neymar. David Villa. Now it's Beckham. He's found a way through. Neymar. Great ball if he can get there. And the flag has stayed down. Rummenigge. Foot in. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Bellingham. Bellingham looking to penetrate opposition lines. And it's Totti. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that.
Roberto Baggio!
He did so well to create the room to get the shot away.
Totti gathers from the goal kick.
India are definitely going about this the right way.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, good-looking ball. Well, that is one way to stop him. Goes down, but nothing given. Costa Curta calmly anticipates. Totti. Bellingham. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And that is out of play.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Baggio. Number 23, Neymar. Number 17, Ludovic Jolie. Number 15, Pep Guardiola.
And here's
Number
Neymar.
8, Bellingham. Coming
India
on the field,
are looking desperate
number
here,
21,
short on time and
Cristiano
options.
Ronaldo.
Look, their path
Number
is set. They
13,
have to take risks in every situation
Number 10,
now.
Messi.
Messi.
Number 7, Rice.
Into the last
Number
5
3,
minutes.
Belletti.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
It's a decent-looking cross.
There will be
Not too
1
much to
minute
add on
added
here,
time.
just a minute. Cafu. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the new... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing, certainly up for this one. The action hits one! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. That's good play. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rummenigge, and he's managed to get free. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And that's definitely not his best. Looking for the runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. India are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Good read, needed to be. Guardiola. Cristiano Ronaldo. India finding their passes. Lam. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldinho. And it's Gullit. Gullit.
Totti really added the width there thanks to his...
He's got tall. He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Otto. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. India with the corner, they're first. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. Well timed, excellent interception. Rummenigge. And here's Totti. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Rice. Bellingham. Nicked it back promptly.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. The less said about that pass, the better. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he welcomes it in. Nice interception, well timed. Defending was strong and firm. Bellingham. Rice to Guardiola. Rummenigge. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Totti. Ronaldinho. And here's Hullet. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here.
The attendance for this
He's had it
match
taken
was
off him.
80,113.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bellingham. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Substitutions taking place.
And he's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Great defending, strong and determined. Otto is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down,
Horace!
that's what has to be done now. No question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They get a throw in.
Substitution.
Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And it's Totti. India will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Great work on the overlap.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Substitution in progress.
Pull it. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Otto. And it's Totti. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet.
There will be 3
India
minutes
need to
added
give it
time.
everything they have, kitchen sink included.
He is through here.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Maldini.
Well, they shouldn't be done.
And we're done. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effort. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello, everybody,
Without a
and
doubt, it is the
welcome to
week's
today's
most
match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Rice. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Yeah, he gets the turnstiles clicking, that's for sure, but footballing qualities?
Well, I think any defence is going to be nervous because of the sheer quality he can produce.
Especially over a dead ball.
Yeah, not just that, I think in open play he can deliver for fun too. This is the time you need that pace.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Bellingham. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
It's Roberto.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
He rises! Beckham with the cross.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
He could be in here. And he's got the beating of his man. Very nicely done. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cafu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Neymar. Hernandez. Oh, what a climb! And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Number 21, Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That is good alertness. Oh, that's delightful. Spread out to the left. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
And we have our very first corner. Maldini getting this one clear. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. India have the chance to go the other way. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Can he finish? No mistake! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
India are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
No doubt as...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. We'll do it back on the first 45 minutes.
India just didn't want the half-time whistle to be blown, convincing and controlled.
Please be
India
reminded that
in
drinking
control
is
at
only
half-time,
allowed in the areas
2-0.
shown on this map. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitutions taking place.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Roberto Carlos.
That was lovely, that.
Real chance! He's got a goal! The second half off to a spectacular start.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Now it's Cruyff. Maldini. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Moved on forwards. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that is as far as they're going to go. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there.
The attendance for this match was 71,649.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Out to the right, back into the middle. Now that looks a decent ball. It's Roberto. João Neves. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. He's had a hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Great hit! Sticks it away! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
68 minutes.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Coming on to replace him is...
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Batistuta might just make this. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Cruyff. Not the most accurate pass.
Brazil showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Bellingham. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Substitution on the field. Number 7. Right.
There's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart. And
he gets big. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
India have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bellingham.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh,
this looks sharp.
Added time.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, and he's through the middle. He is through here. Might be danger here. And that is that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied.